Hi friends, I'm actually vlogging again. I know I said last week when I did it that I might turn it into a thing, and I had a bit of fun doing it last week. Moving the microphone up a little bit. So I'm doing it again. Maybe this is going to be a thing. I made a playlist for it on YouTube and everything just in case. And here I am to talk about things. I don't have like a massive channel update to talk about, so this is going to be more of a vlog than the last one. So that's fun. Look, I even made my bed. Look. See? It's not it's not sticking up like it was last time. Progress. So I'm actually recording this quite early compared to when I'm actually thinking about putting it up. Like I put the vlog up last week on a Wednesday. And I'm thinking like maybe Wednesday is gonna be my vlogging day, which is kinda cool. Like Mondays is the podcast and Wednesdays is the vlogs and Fridays will be the other videos, like the retrospectives and stuff. I tend to try and put those out on Fridays, but it seems like Wednesday is going to be a vlogging day. But I'm actually traveling this week, so I'm recording this on the Monday, because tomorrow, which would be yesterday, if you're watching this vlog when it actually goes up, I'm going to be traveling to an undisclosed location for a completely secret reason that I can't talk about. But yeah, like I haven't put out a massive retrospective, so I don't really have like that to talk about in this video. I guess the biggest thing I did in the past week since doing the last vlog was I platinumed God of War Ragnarok. You can actually see me review the game with Moody on the podcast. We talked about that game for about, I think, the first hour and a half of the podcast is us talking about Ragnarok. So we did like a little spoiler free review, like where we gave our general impressions, and then a huge like spoiler where we did the story spoiler section of the game of the podcast. Like talked about. I told, yeah, I know how to do English. That's fine. It's fine. We did like story spoilers as like a big section because I wanted to talk about a lot of things specifically. It's one of the things that's drawn me to like reviewing, like ditching reviews of games so much in videos and making retrospectives, because when I want to talk about what I liked or loved about a video game, I want to go into detail. Like reviews are great and they're very useful, but it always annoyed me how like when I was talking about like something like was really cool in a game, it was like I have to do it vaguely because this is a review and people who are watching it might not necessarily have played the game. Whereas like doing a retrospective, those videos are designed for people who have played the thing or know a lot about the thing or both. So a huge part of that podcast is us spoiling God of War Ragnarok, and then at the end of it, I Mooney played the game to completion, as in like finished it, got the credits, and then hasn't played it since because he moved on to Pokemon, and I kept going and platinumed it, and I talk a lot about that in the podcast, so you should go and check that out. I don't really want to repeat myself. But yeah, I don't usually platinum games, so that was an interesting experience for me. Like I think on my PlayStation account, I have 4 platinums. One of them I got by accident, just by messing around in the game. That was Job Simulator. That was actually my first platinum. And another platinum I got was for Control, and I literally got that so I could make one single joke in that video about having the platinum. Like, I mean, I said in the video that I was happy that to platinum the game because I was enjoying it so much that it was great to like do all of the stuff. But my genuine motivation for getting the platinum in Control was literally I looked at the trophy list and I realized that as I was coming towards the end of the game that I didn't have that many more trophies to actually get to unlock the platinum, and like I came up with the joke that I made in that video. And if you want to know what the joke is, you're gonna have to click the video. Like I thought I'm gonna make this joke about it if I platinum it, and I thought, well, I could platinum it, and it only took me like a few extra hours from where I was. And the other one is Spider Man because I don't know, I just really like Spider Man. And then so like I've done the God of War Platinum because I just like I finished the game and I had like a bunch of trophies left to do and loads of side stuff, and like I got the credits and then I did the little thing you can do after the game after you finish the story to get the full credits, and then I just like I wasn't ready to stop playing the game. So I just didn't like, and it was cool. I really enjoyed it. That's like the last big game for me, I think, in 2022. I know like there's some games coming out, like Pokemon's out now, and I know the Callisto Protocol and Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core are coming out, but I don't know if I'm gonna get to those games. So I think Ragnarok was like my last big 2022 release, and I don't know what I'm gonna play next. Like like I said, I'm traveling. for a few days this week, so I'm not really gonna get to play anything like until at least the end of the week, the weekend. So I don't know what I'm gonna get to next. I know I need to play Mass Effect 3 for the next big retrospective that I'm doing. So I finished Mass Effect 2 and then went from that into God of War Ragnarok. I don't know whether I'm going to jump straight back into playing Mass Effect 3 or whether I'm going to play some other games. Like I got a big backlog of games, mostly indie games that from this year that I want to try and play before the end of the year. But I think the break's going to be good because like God of War was one of those games where I finished it, and I don't know if you watching this knows like or like can relate to what I'm about to say, but like whenever I like finish something like that like I'm super into, and like you get that melancholy feeling after where it's over, right? Like I literally like I could load up God of War Ragnarok, but there's literally nothing left for me to do in that game. Like I've 100%ed it, and like you get that melancholy where it's like, oh, you're in a malaise where you don't really want to play anything else. Or like I get it sometimes with like TV shows where it's like I'll watch a TV show that I love, and then I get to the end of it, and I'm like, if I start watching something else too soon after that, like I'm just not going to be able to get into it because I'm still in gripped in that old one. So like with Ragnarok, it's like right now, if I like try to boot up Mass Effect 3 or one of the many indie games that I want to play, like maybe I don't know the Entropy Center, like it's not gonna sink in as much because I'm still sort of in that. I don't know how to describe it. I'm just sort of in that spot in my head where I'm just like, but God of War though. Like it's just all about God of War. So the other big thing that I'm working on at the moment is sort of trying to figure out what I want to do with Twitch. Like I've inadvertently, because of like illness and timings of stuff, like, and I talked about this last week, so I won't belabor that point, but I've kind of taken a hiatus from streaming, like in almost inadvertently. And I do want to get back to it. Like I said, this week's a bit full on, so like my hope of getting back into it this week was a bit ambitious, but we'll see. I might still be able to do it, but it's like figuring out what I actually want from streaming. Last year, towards the end of last year and the beginning of this year, like I streamed a lot, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I remember streaming the entirety of Lost Judgment last year, and that was such a cool experience. Because I got to stream it, and a bunch of people turned up, and I streamed Unsighted last year from start to finish, and that was a great experience. And we had people coming in, and like I liked doing that, but I just don't have the time to be able to stream like big games to completion, even though I want to. Like that would mean that I would have to cut out something else somewhere else, and like the thing I really enjoy doing is making these retrospective videos, and if I start streaming a lot, then that's going to mean that those retrospectives take even longer, and I'm not going to be able to get to them as much. So I'm trying to sort of figure out where the sweet spot is in terms of what I want to do on Twitch. So I'm just going to kind of like coast it out for the rest of the year. Like once I get back into it, I'll just be streaming things like maybe some Faz with some friends, and maybe some Monster Prom with some friends, and just messing about. Hanging out really, like just playing like whatever, maybe like some Vampire Survivors, we check out some short indie games, and then sort of like really like figure out what I want from Twitch from in the new year. I didn't turn my lights on. um that's fine. So the thing I'm like looking into at the moment is like anime. If you have any anime recommendations, hit me up, because I'm looking to just like watch some more anime. Like I go in like phases of anime where it's like I'm interested in watching it, then I'm not interested in watching it, and I don't know why that is, but I think I might have figured it out this time. So like, so for one, the reason that this has happened is the same reason that this happened last time. I ended up watching a bunch of anime is because of H Bomber Guy. No, it really is because of H Bomber Guy. So, he's one of my favorite content creators, and I tend to like mostly follow video essayists on YouTube. So like they don't release a lot of videos. They don't have like schedules and stuff. So what I tend to do is whenever someone releases a new video, I tend to watch that video, and then it makes me like go back and watch some of their old videos. So H Bomber Guy released a new video recently. It's very good. It's about the Roblox oof and some other stuff. But it's a very good video. You should check it out. And then once I watched that, like I started playing older H Bomber Guy videos, usually just in the background. Like, and I was watching the Ruby video that he did, which is good. It hits on a lot of the same reasons that he doesn't like Ruby. That I for the reasons that I didn't like Ruby, and whenever I watch that video, I have a strong urge to then go out and watch anime because obviously anime comes up a lot during that video. Because I think if you're gonna like analyze Ruby, you can't really do that without talking about a lot of different anime. And the last time I watched that H Bomber Guy video, I ended up watching a lot of anime, like, and I ended up watching Avatar, The Last Airbender for the first time as well. And I had that video on over the weekend when I was doing podcasting stuff, and I was like, doing some other stuff on my computer, and just had it on in the background. And now I'm like, I want to watch anime again. And like the act of like trying to watch anime is really fucking difficult. Like, so like it turns out for one, I don't know a huge amount about anime. Like my knowledge base is quite patchy, and like I use lists a lot. And I've got a list of anime that I want to watch, and it was just trying to like I'm looking around on all the different apps and all the different places that you can watch stuff, and it's like, okay, so Netflix is a no-go. Like I don't have Netflix anymore, I don't want Netflix anymore, so that's just like a non-starter. So you push that to one side, and then it's like, okay, I've got Prime, so I looked at Prime, and then I was like, there's a couple of things on there, but Prime's anime selection is pretty limited. So then I'm thinking, okay, I'll have to go to like one of the actual anime streaming sites like Funimation or Crunchyroll. So I don't know Funimation because that's been kind of like a standby for me. Like in terms of whenever I want anime, I usually go onto Funimation and subscribe to that for a few months. And I was looking through it, and they've got stuff on there that I want to watch for sure. And then I didn't remember. It reminded me that like they'd merged with Crunchyroll. So I was like, oh shit, well maybe I should go and check Crunchyroll out. And Crunchyroll has a lot of cool anime on it for sure. But like, I don't know if any of you have been on Crunchyroll, but the user experience, like, I downloaded the app, I signed into my account. I haven't like upgraded to premium or anything yet, but I don't think I'm gonna, because I was looking through the app, and like the user experience on Crunchyroll is fucking it's terrible. Like I don't know what's going on. Like I was looking up JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and like, okay, I'm a sinner as far as anime is concerned, because like I watch subbed over I watch dubbed anime, sorry, over subtitled anime, and the reason for that is the same reason I don't play video games with subtitles on, because like I can't focus on the thing if there's subtitles. I end up focusing too much on the subtitles and miss the rest of the thing. Um, so I can't watch things with subtitles. So I don't. And anime, and in the realm of anime, that means that I watch dubbed. And I was looking at JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because I was like, I've heard really good things about this. And then I was like looking through the options, and it's on there, and there's like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure the series, so subtitled, cool. And then there's like a re-edited thing, and that's coming up as a separate season. So then I'm like, is this a different season? Did they make more JoJo's? And it's just the same season, but it's edited into like 3 film length things. And then like it's shown there's like 5 seasons, and I'm looking through, and there's a French dub, and I love the fact that there's a French dub that exists for it, but then there's no English dub, and I'm like, okay, maybe not JoJo's right now then. So like, let's have a look at some other stuff. And then I clicked on Demon Slayer, because I've had Demon Slayer recommended to me multiple times. And like, I clicked on it, and I was like, I'm sure this thing only has 26 episodes, right? Like, it's a 1 season thing, and maybe there's like other seasons or stuff, but like, it's so confusing because you click on it on Crunchyroll and it says there's like 15 seasons, and it's because it lists all of the different languages as different seasons. And then there was another one I clicked on, which I think was Fairy Tail. Or actually, it might not have been Fairy Tail, it might have been something else, like Hunter x Hunter. But there was something else I clicked on, and it doesn't have the first season. It like starts from like halfway through, and I thought, that can't be right. Maybe that's just like an error in like how Crunchyroll is listing its seasons, because it seems to be quite haphazard. And like no, I clicked on it and I looked at what the first episode was, um of that anime. Again, I don't remember specifically which one it was. It was a couple of days ago now. And like, okay, I googled it and I went on the Wikipedia for the anime series and I was like, no, the first episode is something completely different. They literally don't have like the first half of this show, and I was just like, and then I just gave up. And at that point, I realized why I don't. Why I think I keep bouncing off of anime. It's because it feels like it's really difficult to actually like just find it and in a watchable format that's like super simple for someone who doesn't really know what they're looking for. Like there's other anime, like there seems to be a big problem with like anime preservation as well, where it's like there's tons of anime, like even classic anime that you just can't watch anywhere. Like I know one example is Soul Eater, which I've had recommended to me, and you just can't stream that legitimately anywhere, like at all. Like it's not on any streaming service, and that sucks because it's like, well, I kind of want to watch this, and but I have a list of anime that I'm gonna check out, and at some point in some order. I don't know what I'm gonna watch first yet, but if you have any anime recommendations, like as long as it's not a Netflix anime recommendation, because again, I'm done with Netflix and their garbage ass fucking Dave Chappelle and Ricky Gervais support and bullshit. But if you have any recommendations that are available anywhere else, like yeah, let me know. Like it'd be cool to know what to watch. Like I'm trying to think of like anime that I've watched that I really loved. And I'm thinking of things like K-On! And Toradora and Full Metal Panic. And ReZero. I actually need to watch ReZero season 2. I watched ReZero season 1, but you have to be in a very specific mood to watch ReZero. Like season 1 was really good, but like really brutal. And like it can be it's really good, but it can be difficult to watch. So I kind of need to build myself up to watch the second season of that. But I also like even if you think of something that's like, oh, she must have watched this. It's like there's a chance that I haven't, because like I've missed a lot of like the big anime. Just don't recommend Neon Genesis Evangelion to me. Like I always miss it off of like when I'm talking about like animes that I've seen, and I have seen that. Like I'm trying to like things that I know I want to watch. I've mentioned Soul Eater and I've mentioned JoJo's, and Berserk is something else, and Claymore, The Promised Neverland, Boogie Pop Phantom, Kuma Kuma Bear, FLCL, Hunter x Hunter. There's like tons of stuff on this list, but if anything like that you think I definitely should watch, let me know and I'll see if I watch it. Right now I'm very receptive to anime recommendations. So, shoot your shot. Maybe you can convince me to watch something. But that's going to do it for the vlog this week, I guess. Yeah, recommend me some anime. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to go and I'm going to do my thing, go on my travels, and hopefully something amazing will come out of it. Fingers crossed. If you know, you know. And I know some people know. But also, if you know, like, don't mention it in public, because I don't think I'm supposed to be talking about it. Um, and that's it. So I don't really know how to end videos. It's kind of a running joke around here. So I'm just gonna say bye now. Uh, bye.